Howdy everyone, today is the 12th day of Painting's Really Cool. Alright, so today we're going to go with a memory as inspiration again. And I got a little constructive feedback that my story's a little long, so apologies for that. I'm going to rein it in a little so we can actually do painting more than me just sitting here talking. But to give you the layout of what the memory is, when I was in high school, the last day of each year, so freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, I would walk home rather than take the bus. I lived, I think, around 2+ miles away. It wasn't really walkable. There wasn't like a lot of convenient sidewalk or anything like that. But it was something that I was like, I'm gonna do this. I wanna do this, and I'm gonna do it. So it was a different experience. My parents at first were like, are you sure? Like, we can't come and get you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna enjoy this long walk and see what happens. Nothing really exciting happened. I just walked for like an hour and a half or hour, however long it was. It took a long time. But I felt accomplished, and I felt like I did something for me and I did something I wanted to do. I looked forward to it every year, like when you had like a month left or whatever. I looked forward to like, oh, I'm going to walk home. I'm going to get that time to me. I'm going to enjoy and be able to reflect on the year now that it's the last day by myself, not have any of the other kids around making lots of noise. I don't really like a lot of loud noises to begin with. So school bus was annoying to me. But anyways, so because of that, I decided to make the painting with my school colors and added a little extra. So the first color I've got is yellow, metallic yellow, specifically for the school bus, yellow school bus. And then I'm going to throw in some bronze. It's not part of the school colors, not really part of school buses or anything like that, but I kind of wanted a little extra something. But then I've got 24 karat gold, which gold was one of our colors. I've got just a plain white to kind of build some contrast and make the colors pop a little more. And then I've got, I believe it's carbon black, which is a dark black for the other side of the colors. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little red Solo cups, the baby red Solo cups, and I'm going to fill them like I normally do when I do a ring pour. So layer the paints on top of it. And I'm going to make little cups full, maybe not full, but little cups of it with different order of paints and different thicknesses and whatnot. And then I'm going to take my 11 by 14 inch canvas and I'm going to pour little puddles all over. And like when they kind of connect, I will then wreck it, which just means I'm going to take a stick and run it through basically. And then I'll stretch it out and see what it looks like. The reason why this is the kind of what the school thing inspired is because high school in general is kind of chaotic and it's just, you never know what you're going to get. You never know how one day is going to be, next day is going to be the following, it's just chaotic. So I think with these little rings of puddles, these little puddle ring pours, and then wrecking it, it's just going to look chaotic and hopefully nice at least. But in theory, it's gonna be so much going on, and that is what it's like, in my opinion, in high school. So with the magic of editing, I'm gonna be standing. All right, so we got the canvas. We actually taped. I should have shown you this earlier, but taped the underside so that when the paint kind of rolls off, the underside stays clean. We should probably do it more often, but it's an extra step that I'm like, it's fine. Anyway, let's get started. I have got my colors poured into the different cups. They look kind of cool, but they're not the same order. They're not the same thickness. They're not even like, sometimes it's just two colors for the most of it. So anyways, let's get started. We're going to pour them in little puddles, do little ring pours. Got 9 of these, so we'll see how that comes out. So in high school, I was an okay student. largely because I got bored really quick and easy. So I started working at a grocery store when I turned 16. And once I started working, I stopped caring about school pretty much at all, because I was like, hey, this place pays me. School doesn't pay me. So I really kind of started to slack off a little bit, more than I already was. But I made it through. I got decent enough grades. When I put any effort into it, I did fine. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it overall. It just felt like almost like time waste. Because I wasn't picked on, but I also wasn't like a popular kid. So it was just, I'm there because the government makes me go. And my dad wakes me up every morning. So anyway, I graduated, and that was fun for me to be done. But while I was there, I decided to try, like I didn't do a lot of extra curricular activities, but I decided to try drama. I decided to do a play, right? Never done it before, but I was like, ooh, this could be fun. I might like this. And so I tried out for the play. And what we had to do when we tried out is we had to be either good or evil person, and we had to pick something that we like were responding to. So if you're evil, what is it that you're out to get or whatever? If you're good, what are you trying to save? That kind of stuff. And so this was back, I think it was when, what's his name? Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky thing was going on. And so I got picked first, and I was scared as all get out because I didn't even understand the what we were supposed to do wholly. I was like, okay. And I decided I was hoping to see examples first, but I decided to do a villain. And I was gonna get Bill Clinton for doing the thing he did, not like from a political stance, but from like that was the hot topic. And I was so embarrassed. I got through it, and I was like, I think I did okay. I got a couple laughs, which is what I was always about. Like, I always wanted laughs. Then when I used so much paint. When the list came out of like who got in what and like what positions or whatever, I was a stagehand. I did not get a part. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm still in it, and like I participate in it, so I'm going to go. And so I went on the very first day of whatever that you do stuff. Clearly I didn't stick with it, or I would probably know what these terms are. But I went there for the first day, and I had nothing to do. Like, I didn't need to be there, and I think I was even told I didn't need to be there before I showed up. And the drama teacher was like, why are you here? I was like, well, just, I didn't have anything else to do. This was my freshman year, so I wasn't working yet. And I was like, I'm just, here in case you need me. And so he made a part for me so that I could be in the actual play as like this extra character. He just made it up. I mean, there were other ones like it. I was just in another one. I was another one. And so I got to start like actually participating. And the play was called Stephanie's Hero. I'd never heard of it before. I've never heard of it since. If you want to look it up, feel free. But I played like, they have like almost like little guards or, people that were off to the side, like they didn't have any lines or anything. I played that. And I was also the tail of the dragon, because there was a dragon in there, and they had a giant table, and the dragon tapped Stephanie on the shoulder, and I was supposed to be the one tapping, but it was like a 20-foot, no, maybe not that long, but it was like 15 foot, and I couldn't even see Now I'm gonna wreck it, by the way. But I couldn't even see out of it. Like there was no like eye holes or anything. I just had to guess where Stephanie was and hope that I didn't hit her in the head, which I got close one time. But in rehearsals, like it just felt like ridiculous. But anyways, I didn't have a speaking part, right? Like I just said that. But on the last night of the play, I was like, I'm going to say something. I'm going to be in this play and I'm going to have words. And so I got so brave. At one point I get pushed down. That's part of the thing. And so I went, ow, really loud. And I felt so scared and proud of myself and worried that I was going to get in trouble. I didn't get in trouble. I don't think anybody even heard. But I felt proud of myself for that. Then the next year I tried out, and halfway through the drama teacher and I got a decent part, the drama teacher just quit in the middle of the school year, and so we didn't get to do the play. And then I decided I wasn't going to do drama anymore. All right, but I think this is wrecked enough. I kind of like the chaos of it, and sorry for that really long rambly story. But let's go ahead and tilt it now and pour off all of this tons of paint that I didn't need. So this has got what I was after. I'm going to touch up the sides while I talk. It's I don't love these colors just in general, but I was like, these are the school colors, so I kind of have to do them. I don't really have a choice if I'm going to do the type of painting. But overall, I think it's kind of cool. Like, I'm not mad at it. So we'll take you in for the wet version here, and then right after that, you'll get to see the dried version. All right, so it's a chaotic mess. But I kind of love like this section. I love this because it kind of makes me think of a galaxy, and this bright yellow is just shining through, and it's a metallic yellow. So when it dries, I think it'll be like it will pop. And then I like this section over here, like, cause it's different. Like it's got like little cells trying to form. And so it's like different than anywhere else, which I think is pretty cool. This section got like heavy with the gold, which I just think is like, how did that happen? Like it's probably the one that I layered gold after every other color, now that I think about it. But yeah, overall, I mean, this really does look like my high school colors, kind of. I would see this as a painting they would have. My high school was Billings West High Bears. And yeah, hope you enjoy. All right, so here's the dried version. We'll take you in a little bit and go over some highlights. I like this little spot right here because of all of the cells and the different gold that pops out. Come over here. I just like, this kind of looks like a flower. Down here is where all the yellow decided to hide, which is really cool because it brings out an extra spark. And then this got like tons of gold, lots and lots of gold. So it was really cool. Overall, if you take a look at the big picture, it to me looks like chaos that is high school. All right, bye.